everyone, and welcome to our Touch Base Thursday for August 11th. I'm happy to be going live with you all tonight. So if you are joining me live, please comment, tell me hello, and we will get started here in just a couple of minutes. Hard to believe that we are halfway almost through August already. So it's just been a crazy time for all of us, I think. But anyway, so yeah, if you are joining me, please comment, tell me hello, and we will get started here in just a couple of minutes. So hi to Shireen. Welcome, Shireen. And I actually zoomed in a little bit further on me tonight, so hopefully you guys are seeing a good clear picture here. But anyway, so I'm trying a few different settings on my phone today. So anyway, welcome, Shireen. Let me see here, make sure I'm in the right spot. And Shireen has shared already. Look at that. She is on the ball. Let me make sure I'm seeing. I don't need that right now. There we go. I want to make sure I'm seeing all of your guys' comments here as they're popping in. Bear with me. I'm reloading my page, everyone. All right, there we go. Hi to Bonnie and Claudia. Now I'm starting to see some comments popping in. Otherwise, I wasn't seeing them, and I don't like that. I like to be able to see those comments pop. So anyway, welcome to our Thursday night Facebook Live. I'm excited to be going live with all of you to showcase some fun cards projects. This bundle has made it very easy for me to create cards to share with all of you. It literally has. It is a fun bundle, and I like that it's still, you can still use this bundle for your summer crafting card need and all that kind of stuff, because sometimes I feel like that holiday catalog comes out so fast and so right on the footsteps of the annual catalog that we don't have time to play with it. So I'm kind of been going back and forth with them and doing both of them. So I hope that you like that approach. So tonight it's annual catalog time. Hi to Terry and to Nancy, Shelby. Welcome, ladies. So happy to have you here. A few updates for you in our life. I know that some of you have known that we've had some medical things crop up on us in the last little bit. So update on my husband. As most of you know, he's been down and out with cellulitis and a blood clot. He is doing fine and doing well as can be expected. So he's actually, so this is week 2. He's actually out and about a little bit, not doing a lot of work, but some of the jobs. So most of you know my husband's a master electrician, and so he has to be on some of the jobs that he's got a couple of people that work with him, and he has to be on the jobs because he's the licensed electrician. So they took a couple chairs, and he's been sitting up there elevating his leg and all of that. So it's been awesome. The guys that he works with, one of them's our nephew, and I make sure that he takes good care of them. And one of them is a guy that Matt used to work for years ago. So he's in good hands with the guys, and this is the first week, yesterday and today, that he's been out a little bit doing some of the things that he, I just tell him don't overdo it. And he tells me, oh, trust me, I can't overdo it. So I think he knows his limitations. At least I'm hopeful. So anyway, so he is on the mend. But it's left the girls and I doing a lot of the house, all of the household things, like even some of the things that he used to do, and all of our outdoor chores. We have chickens and cats, and anyway, but so he's doing well. So I just wanted to give an update on him, and he's got lots of follow-ups coming up with different doctors and things. So we'll keep him in your prayers as he continues on the road of healing on that. Another couple updates that I have. I know some of you that I'm friends with saw my update about my daughter Claire. So I had to, I never mentioned it to any of you. I know a couple of you messaged me and said, you never said she was trying out. She asked me to keep it until she knew if she got in. But so the last couple of summers, Claire's been going to this camp. It's called Blue Lake Fine Arts Camp. And this year she was not able to go because the session that she was supposed to go to in June got canceled due to too many of the counselors having COVID. And so she was not able to go, but she applied for their Blue Lake International Tour for next summer. So it was an online application process. She had to submit a video. Okay, that's cute. I'm going to tell everybody about Claire Meister too. She had to submit an online video. So she worked hard on a song that she was working on, submitted the video, and then they invited her for an interview. She waited almost a month to hear back. She got the email that they wanted to do an interview interview with her and I, and then just with her. So the interview was yesterday. So they talked with both of us for about 45 minutes, went over all of the requirements and things like that. And then they asked me to leave the room, and they interviewed Claire on their own. It was the hardest thing to do because I wanted to hear how she answered some of the questions, but I didn't. I went in the other room. It was over Zoom, and they interviewed her for about a half an hour. And they asked her questions like, they asked her afterwards, they asked her questions like, why do you think you'd be a good candidate for this program? How do you feel about leaving home for 5 weeks? How do you feel about, why do you think that you would be a good ambassador for our program? All those kinds of things. And so she must have done well. They called me back in, and they actually offered her a contract right on the spot. And so we were just kind of shocked that they did that. But yeah, offered us her contract right on the spot. She will be fundraising for this because she did get a scholarship. She got a scholarship because she's what they call a Blue Lake alumni. But there's still a cost associated. We have to pay for her airfares, all of that kind of stuff. She'll be going to France and Germany. And so she'll be with an orchestra group, and she'll get to meet all of them in November. They have a couple day events. Anyway, we're really excited for her. I think that I'm going to be, a sad mom while she's gone those 5 weeks, but she is my most independent child, and this is perfect for her and a good opportunity. And when I was mentioning Claire, called her Claire Meister. So the person that Claire does lessons from, he is amazing. His name is Jamie Feist, and he has like little names that he calls all of his students. And he has always called her Claire Meister. And so he even commented on my post on Facebook, "Great, Claire Meister," because he knew that she had tried out, and he knew and was working with her on the piece that she was gonna, submit. And anyway, it is a great opportunity. I am so excited for her. I think that she will do well with it. She is beyond excited. So she will miss the last few days of school, but she will be at Blue Lake Camp here in Michigan for a week, where they do what they call their intensive week. She'll have her music to practice all from November on, and there's a couple days that she has to go there on a Saturday for practice, and then she'll be there for a week. We get to go and watch the concert, and then they take off, and then I won't see her for a little over a month. So anyway, great opportunity for her to see a little bit of the world and grow, and I'm really excited. So we'll be doing fundraisers for her because it is not a cheap undertaking, but it's a great opportunity. So I'm sure I'm going to be doing like a scrapbook retreat weekend for local people. I'll probably be doing, and she's going to be doing a lot of the work on this herself, just so you guys know. She really wants to earn her way because she's like, you guys just bought me a cello, so like I want to earn money to be able to go. So we're also going to offer the same thing, a to go like online kit type thing. Excuse me, everyone. Getting all choked up over it. And then she's going to be doing a bake sale in conjunction with one of my events. So she's got plans of things that she's going to be doing to help earn her way. We got a year to do this. So anyway, there's my Claire update. A Natalie update. Natalie's been status quo. She's been working full-time at CMU. She starts classes up here in a couple weeks, and she's actually doing an event on campus that is called Leadership Safari, which they encourage all incoming freshmen to do. It's 3 days before classes start. Teaches them leadership and all kinds of different team building activities and things like that. She didn't want to do it, and Mom said, "Natalie, you need to do it. It'll get you out there. You'll meet some people before classes start." So she's excited about that. And she's beyond excited about Claire going next year, although we're looking at probably doing pigs again. So Claire was like, "Who's going to help with my pigs?" And I'm like, "I'll help. We'll figure it out. We got people that can help." So, because we do pigs for the fair, and she'll be gone for a while, but we'll figure it all out. So anyway, there's the updates on my family. Very, very exciting for her. We did not expect the contract Johnny on the spot, but they did. And so she's like, "I must have answered the questions. Okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think you did, honey." So anyway, good experience for her. Okay. Moving right along, why don't we get into our sharing for everyone? Thanks, everyone. Yeah, it is a great opportunity. I appreciate all of your guys' support for that. Like I said, she is just, that's a great idea, Nancy, because your daughter did pigs. Yeah, that was her first thing. Who's going to help me with the pigs and keep them going and walking them? And anyway, so I told her we would figure it out because this is a good opportunity. So anyway, more to come as we continue down that path. She already knows, though, that she wants to go to college for music education and be an orchestra teacher. Like, she already knows that's what she wants to do. So this is going to be a great opportunity for her to also build her resume and scholarships and all that great stuff. So, alrighty. Anyway, enough of that, but I'm such a proud mama right now with that. Up for grabs last week was 2 bolts of ribbon. And so I have winners for the bolts of ribbon. So the winner of this is the Early Espresso ribbon, is Peggy Barth. So congratulations to Peggy. Peggy, that will come in the mail to you. And then the winner of the really pretty, this is the Pale Papaya ribbon, is Shireen Gross. So congratulations to Shireen and to Peggy. Shireen, I will just get yours to you. I see you enough, or I'll get it to you some way. So anyway, congratulations to our 2 winners of the ribbon. And then up for grabs this week, I have some of the Leaf Label and Amber Gem Combo Pack. So a few weeks back, I showcased the Rustic Harvest or the Hello Harvest bundle, and I showcased these awesome leaf combination. So that's one of the prizes up for grabs next week. And then so is the Classic Matte Dots. I've got a lot of these, and these are so practical, easy to use on so many projects because they're neutral. So I'm thinking they'd be great for you to use on any kind of project, summer, fall coming up, anything like that. You are welcome, Shireen. Okay, so we will draw for those 2 next time. Then a few things that I have in the way of current classes that are open. All of my classes for August just opened. You saw that you saw the post that I put out there a couple days ago. In my monthly or weekly email tomorrow will be links for any of you to buy the classes online. It is my Scotty Dog class, my Hippo Happiness class, Ringed with Nature class, and actually what you're going to be seeing tonight is a class that will be opening up this next coming week. It is the Awash with Beauty, and this one is gorgeous. So I really think that this is going to be one that is going to go over really, really well. Celebration is still going on for a couple of weeks. And I know I mentioned in my last Facebook Live that Stampin' Up! Came out with some additional items for that I call it kind of like the second release of Celebration. And they're all products that are in the either in the annual or the no, they're all from the annual catalog, I think. So anyway, but there's some foil paper, embossing folders, little boxes. So there's other things you can purchase with or get for free with your $50 or $100 qualifying order. And then I wanted to let you guys know that I always set a goal for myself on getting people to join my team and purchase the starter kit. And I need one more person, just one more person to do that by the end of August. The neat thing with our starter kit is it's a risk-free kit. You do not have to do anything additional after you purchase it. But the planner, I should get the planner and show you guys it. It's in a, I have one of my, in that bag, the bag underneath the bottom. There we go. All right, I'll show you guys a little bit of what the planner looks like. The planner is something that you're getting, you can get for free with the starter kit promotion. And I haven't showcased the planner, so let me just take a couple minutes and showcase this. So now you don't have to necessarily use this as a planner. You could use this as a journal, recipe book. There are so many different things that people have done with this. But the actual planner looks like this. So you have this little area. It has a regular 3-ring binder. It has the Stampin' Up! Logoed flowers on the back. Really pretty. Spot for your pen in here. And then it comes, this is like a magnetic clip. Now, the starter kit promotion is you get to pick $125 of product and pay $99. And what I'm showing here, you get for free. Okay, so it would be the actual box here itself, or the actual notebook thing. You get a stamp set that's called Making Plans. So it comes with a stamp set. You get, I have it all just kind of in here in a willy-nilly way. Lots of different pages and things. So see, here's where you have pages that you could just use it and have it be blank pages. So it does come where you could use it as an actual planner and write your stuff in there. You have different days, priorities, things like that. But the neat thing is there's so all of it's not going to fit in the book. So you don't have to use it all. You can use the bits and pieces that are going to pertain to you. It comes with dividers, so if you wanted to divide things out, it comes with numbered divider. I mean, it comes with so much stuff. And then you also get 3 notebooks. So these are like the little notebooks that you can use for other things. So these could even be your journals. These could be your recipe books. So many different things that you could use these for. So again, when I first was like, oh, it's a planner, I didn't realize all of the different things. There are many different things in here that you can use to incorporate, just plain pages. So lots and lots of different things that you can do. So if you're interested in that and want more information, let me know, and I would be more than happy to talk to you about that, okay? All right, so with that, are we ready to do some fun creating projects? I'm going to transition my camera down, and I'm thinking I went through everything. So I will mention the classes that are open. I think I mentioned Scotty Dogs. Lights Aglow is going to be closing if you wanted a Christmas card class. My Hippo class is open, and so is my Ringed with Nature. And this one you're going to be seeing tonight will be opening up here soon. All right, so with that, I'm going to transition my camera down. And you're going to get a sneak peek of my projects. And I need to take my external thing here and forgot to plug my phone in, so I had to, and there we go. I got my computer set. All right, so what do you guys think of your little sneak peek? Hopefully it's not zoomed in too much, but I wanted to let me grab my water. Kind of wanted to be a little bit more zoomed in for you guys to see everything. All right, so I'm going to move everything out of the way and show you guys the product that I'm going to be using tonight first. So I chose to use the A Wash with Beauty bundle, and it's in our annual catalog. It comes with some gorgeous designer series paper. You also have here it does come with iridescent basic pearls, but I actually used a different embellishment on it. You have your stamp set here, beautiful paper, and a coordinating bundle. Now I'm going to start with the stamp set and the dies. You can get this bundle together for $59.25. Okay, so this is so pretty. Let me get all my cords out of the way because I got lots of cords sitting around here tonight. There we go. And then these are the coordinating dies. Now, this stamp set, you can see here, the stamps are kind of you can see there's some gray area and some darker area. They are designed, hi Gail, they are designed so when you stamp with them that you get kind of a watercolored image look. So they're not going to be a complete solid dark. You're going to have some that's dark, some that's light. So I wanted to start by mentioning that because that is a question I get quite a bit. It's called a distinctive stamp set. You have this one die that looks like the, what is it called? Courtney's going to give me the right word. She's always the one that knows all of that. But it's like I can't say it, but you're going to see that used on one of the cards. And then you have bits and pieces here that will cut out every single piece of these different pieces here that go with the stamp set. So I know you guys are seeing a glare there, and I apologize, but you do have pieces here that will coordinate and punch out every single one of these flowers. Trellis, Philomena, thank you. Arbor, Janet, thank you. Gladys, you guys are all awesome. That was all great words. I just couldn't think of it. Oh, you guys, I know you're all laughing at me right now. That's okay, I love it. And then you have the stem here, and again, all kinds more. Now, I'm going to also show you the designer series paper because some of these shapes will cut out pieces in the designer series paper as well. Okay, I'm putting these away because I do not want to lose any pieces of that. And you're going to see how I used all of this in different ways here tonight. The designer series paper is stunning and gorgeous in pink. So you guys know that I all like pink, right? Now this one, I don't have a full piece of this one left because I used a lot of this to cut out the pieces for my one of my cards. So that's why you're going to see that I only have a little bit of this left. This piece, again, is one of those. I know that we've had lots of these in Stampin' Up's paper packs lately, where you can cut it right across the middle down here and then cut it into 6 different shapes, and you have can make those into cards. Again, you're going to probably see me do just that. You have this pretty one right here. Again, you can cut those out and use them as focal points on your cards. This one, that one's so pretty and dainty and different. I like that one. Now, some of the colors in here are Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue, Polished Pink, Mary Merlot. I'm just kind of going off memory. This one right here is probably one of my favorite. It is beautiful designer series paper. I love this paper. And then you have this one right here. Now I'm going to show you case the backs for you, because you can even make different kinds of cards with the back pieces if you didn't want it to be so bold and bright. Those two together would be paired really nice and look awesome. There's a blue piece in there. Let me pull these over so you guys can see. Just gorgeous, gorgeous paper. There you have another green one, and a pink one, and another pink one. Okay, so those are the pieces of paper that you have that you can use for your cards and projects. So the first thing I'm going to showcase for you tonight is a cute little 3D box. So I am doing an event with my team in October. Every year I do a team retreat, and they can either buy their retreat online if they live long distance, or they come to the retreat, but it's just for those on my team. And one of the little gifts they're getting, so yes, if my team is watching, they're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek, but I'm going to be giving everybody a new block, and it's going to have engraved with my logo on it. Because I redid my branding about a year ago, and a year and a half now, maybe. Gosh, it's been a while. And so this box fits that in there perfectly. So that's going to be one of my little gifts to give everyone. And look how cute it's decorated. And again, because the paper is so gorgeous, I don't really need to do a whole lot else with it. I'll probably put a little bit of that shreddy or ready shreddy stuff in here to keep it from moving around, but so cute and so easy. And nothing on here is stamped. That flower here on the top is punched out from the designer series paper. I layered it with a couple of my favorite things, the circles that I use on a regular basis. So we are going to start by putting this cute little box together. It can also hold jewelry, all kinds of stuff that you might want it to hold. All right, so with this box, we are going to start with the bottom of the box. The bottom of the box is cut 5.5 by 5.5, and then I just scored it at 1.5 on all 4 sides, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut up on these ends to the first score line, and then we're going to kind of like miter cut them so that when I fold them up, they will go together really, really nice. Now, it doesn't matter which side you start. If you're going to do here, you want to do the opposite. If you're going to cut these two, then you want to do the opposite. But you don't want to do all 4 because you're going to lose your tabs, okay? You just want to do one and then the opposite. But they're all the same, so it doesn't matter which side you do, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to cut little pieces out of here. It makes the box go together so much better. And again, the paper did all the work on this box for me. I whipped this box together literally like in 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. Literally 5 minutes. So it's kind of one of my go-to boxes for things. You could even make it bigger if you wanted to. You could do it 6 by 6. You have to, score it maybe a little bit. You could still score it at 1.5. It just depends on what you want to put in the box for how much and how big you're going to score. All right, so now I'm going to, again, I always say make a tent. That's how you figure out where to put your adhesive. You have your little, your little dude or your little bolt of ribbon or whatever protected under the tent. And then that's how you know where to put your adhesive on the outside of these tabs. So that way when we fold this box in, you have the adhesive where it needs to be. And so we're just going to fold those in, and you're going to fold it and put it right even with that edge of the box here. And then we're going to do the same thing with the lid. Again, quick and simple and easy box. Okay, so there you have it. And then the lid is cut 4 5/8 by 4 5/8. Now, the 8 mark is 2 lines on your trimmer. So it's basically, I like to say it's 4.5 plus 2 lines. That's 5/8, okay? Now, if your designer series paper is kind of hard to see on one side, turn it over and look on the other side to see if it's easier. And it's easier for me to see my score lines on the opposite side. So I'm just going to turn it over and use this as my guide to be able to see my lines for cutting up on both sides. I'm going to do the same thing here and cut a little bit of these off. And we go. Hello, Marilyn, and welcome. And then I'm gonna cut that off. Okay, and we're just gonna slide those all out of the way. We're gonna fold this up on all those score lines. Oops, I just realized that I left out what I'm making. So like I said, I zoomed in a little bit more on this tonight. So maybe next time I should zoom out a little bit, but hopefully you guys can still see. Okay, thought I was kind of far away last time. All right, and now we're gonna do the same thing. Make your tent. Your adhesive goes on the tabs. So you see how quick you can make some of these? Like this is a really quick project to be able to put together. And then you're just gonna fold those in like that. Same way I did the box. And hopefully it fits. Hopefully I scored it right, and I'm hoping it fits. Oh yeah, there you go. Fits perfect, okay? And then, like I said, I used my layering circles, and I punched one out with the bottom color that I used, which is Mossy Meadow. And then I did one, I get this with the flower, that one piece of paper. So this one is the pink one. Here's the Calypso Coral. And just gonna adhere that on there. And then I added this to my card using a couple dimensionals. And then topped it off with one of those awesome little, oh, I've got a bug crawling around here. I hate that flying around. So if you see me chewing something, it's just one of those little flies. Okay, and then the what I chose to use for my embellishment tonight is the Flowers adhesive backed trinkets. Now, there's some pearls that go with this, but I actually was out of them when I was designing this class. And I really like these little flowers. I think they kind of coordinate very, very well together. This time I'm gonna use a silver one. And I just put it right in the middle of the flower. Now you could also add ribbon to this box if you wanted a knot of ribbon or something like that. But look at how cute and simple that box is. And like I said, it holds a clear block. This is a clear block C. So this is what is going to be going in these boxes for my team retreat. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some, getting my my logo engraved on there for my team, who's part of my team. And they fit in there perfect. So that is going to be the cute little box. I may change it up and make it fall themed, Christmas themed, I'm not sure, but that is the size of the box that I'll be using for that little gift. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so there's our first project. All right, so let me move that out of the way. I don't need those measurements. I will be posting the measurements in the description of the video, and I really got to get back to doing my blog posts on these projects as well. So like I said, I've been doing some training on my blog, so it's a work in progress, but hopefully you all start seeing some changes there soon. All right, so the first card that I'm going to be showcasing for you all today is this one right here. And in this one, I really let the paper kind of steal the show. This is just designer series paper. Isn't that awesome? That's all that is. Now, when I cut my samples for my cards tonight, as I was checking everything over to look at I always check to make sure that I have everything that I need. When I was cutting this, I grabbed the wrong pink. So, but it's going to work just fine. So I used polished pink on my samples. When I cut my samples for my my Facebook Live tonight, I grabbed Melon Mambo. So the color is going to be a little bit different, but it was like 10 to 7 when I noticed it, and I didn't have time to go and change it. So you're going to be getting a different color of pink. I don't want you guys thinking your eyes are going crazy, because they're not. It is truly a different color pink. All right, so for this one I used, isn't that gorgeous? This one I used the Balmy Blue for the card base, because that Balmy Blue was in that designer series paper. And then polished pink is the color I used on my sample. But tonight we are using the Melon Mambo. You're going to see it's going to look just as pretty. And then I have a little piece here of designer series paper. I have one of the little blue strips that's going to go here on this end. And then I have this one that's going to go here over top of it. So it's just going to overlap it a little bit. But isn't that gorgeous? Okay, the other dies that I used on tonight's projects, let me find them. I memorized the page number this time. I also used the Stylish Shapes on, I think 3 or 4 of my cards tonight. So these are the stylish shapes, and they're all have a stitched edging around them. So you're going to see I use some of the banners tonight and also some of the circles, but they are really, really nice. I like them because this is how we can incorporate some of our square dies back, because the Stampin' Up! Retired are actual square dies. So you can use your squares, you have some circles, and I love these banners. So it is the banners that I think I use the majority of. You'll see it right here on this card down here. So let's just adhere this together real quick. I'm going to use my seal. Again, leaving a little bit of an edge around that, and it'll be a perfect fit. And then we're going to adhere the designer series paper down as well, leaving an edge around it. So you're just going to kind of eyeball it here. There we go. And then this piece, I just adhere down to my card base. This card is so simple because the paper makes it so easy. All right, and then I used the You Are a True Friend stamp set down here. And that I used and punched it out with one of those dies from those stylish shapes. I can't say that real fast. I just can't. Using a couple dimensionals, we are going to dimensional this down. And I did stamp that with the polished pink ink. So we're going to put that on there. And I topped that off with one of the little flower. Now these flower trinkets are a little bit heavy. So you're definitely going to want to make sure when you send these cards out that you're not going to have to add extra postage. Because they are a little bit heavy and they do pop up a little bit. Every post office is different. Trust me, I can go to one that's down the road from me. They tell me one thing, and the one in Mount Pleasant will tell me a different thing. So you're going to want to just make sure that you follow up with them, okay? That you don't have to post and have any kind of other postage on it. But you can see here with the designer series paper, it's different cut from the different pieces or different parts. And it just gives the card a little bit of a different look. But isn't that awesome? So you can get a lot of these simple cards just by using that designer series paper. I like the blue too, Shireen. I think it looks really, really nice. Okay, so that is card number 1. But again, doesn't it look different? Because here you have more of your pinks and here you have more of your Merlot. So, all right, so that is card number 1. The next card we're going to be showcasing tonight is this one right here. And here you're going to see where I focused in on some of the stamped images. So this card I used, isn't that gorgeous? It's pink, you guys. I know. I used this stamped image right here. I did that in balmy blue and cut it out with the coordinating die. And then I did this one right here and cut it out with Calypso Coral, and then cut that out with the coordinating die. So this one does incorporate some of the stamping and the coordinating die cut. I used the Granny Apple Green for my card base on this. Now, I used Granny Apple Green because I just really wanted this to pop. I wanted these cards to kind of scream end of summer for me. And so I used the Garden Green, but you could also use Mossy Meadow. Any of these colors that I have in here, you could use if you really wanted to. Thank you, Courtney. And then again, you'll see that I also used the Melon Mambo again instead of the polished pink. Now I used the splatter embossing folder on here. Yes, there is a bow. Isn't that awesome? So you're going to see though that I have to substitute with a different ribbon. I am out of that ribbon. And funny thing is when I designed these cards, I used up all the ribbon, and I knew I wrote it down somewhere that said buy that ribbon. Went to set up for my live, and I don't have that ribbon. So we're going to be using gold. But again, the gold is going to pair nicely with using these. So you improvise, right? Okay. So for this, I use the splatter embossing folder. And I just want to talk about that embossing folder for a minute, because this splatter embossing folder is designed for the mini and Stamp Emboss die cut machine. So it's going to be narrower. So it is not going to emboss your entire 5 1/4 by 4 piece. And I know that sometimes, I've had customers say, but what if I really want it to? Well, you can do exactly what I did right here in this card. So because this piece right here did not get embossed, you can do one of two things. You can go back in, line it up, and emboss that piece, or you can simply cover it up with a piece of Coordinating Designer Series paper, and no one's going to be able to even tell that that piece wasn't embossed. Okay, so there's ways that you can work around the issue with the little mini machine. And welcome to Penny and Carol. Glad you guys are both here. Hey, you got to take advantage of some of that outdoor stuff while you can. I get it, because before you know it, and from what I've seen, they're predicting, I hate to say this, but lots of snow, colder temperatures, and I'm going, no, I don't want that. Anyway, but I'd hear that down there. This is a 1.5 inch strip of paper. Again, I'm going to put it right there so nobody can see that that is even not embossed. I'm going to put that right here on the edge. Again, leaving that perfect little piece of going across there. And then using those stylish shapes. One of these times I'm going to get tongue-tied on that tonight. This is one of those circles, okay? And I just put that down here with some dimensionals. And then here's where I did the stamping. So you'll see that I stamped again that one image with Balmy Blue, cut it out with the coordinating piece. The other one I did the Calypso Coral. So this one I adhered directly down onto the circle, but my Calypso Coral flower I put on with dimensionals. So you can, I know, Carol, crazy, right? I gotta say, I'm gonna talk about Carol Korleski for a minute. So I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she goes for a walk every single day and posts the most amazing pictures on her walk of different deer and scenery. I look forward to seeing your posts, Carol. I have to tell you that. Or yeah, Carol. I just saw Chris pop on saying hi. I almost said Chris. But I look forward to seeing those pictures of what you post because they're so beautiful. All right, so that's just going to go here in the bottom. And then I have my little Just Because, which is right here out of the same True Beauty stamp set. And I am just going to, I did that on a 1/2 inch strip of paper. So I'm just going to cut that, and I'm going to cut the end. And then that I did put on with dimensionals. I'm actually going to just adhere it down here and put a dimensional on that end, because that way it'll be nice and even. Thank you, Janie. And welcome, Chris, if I didn't mention that already. So you can see I just put a dimensional on that. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on that because this piece is already dimensioned. So, oops, I might need to cut it down just a little bit more. I may have not put my circle over far enough. Yeah, we can cut that down just a little bit more, and then it will fit perfect. And I'm just going to put that right on top of here like that. Ta-da! And then, like I mentioned, I have the little pink ribbon on there, but yours truly did not buy the pink ribbon, or it's in the boxes that are on my porch. Right before I could have swore I bought it, but right before I went live, UPS delivered 4 boxes of Stampin' Up stuff. So it might be in those boxes, but I didn't have time to go through them. So we're improvising. So this is the thing you can do. And this is what I want to make sure I tell you, all of you. If you don't have a ribbon that you see, you see a sample or you see a card and you're like, I can't create it, I don't have that ribbon. Improvise with it. So I went out to my ribbon bin. I picked the white crinkle and I picked the gold and decided on the gold right before I went live with you all when I realized that I didn't have the ribbon I needed. There's always different things that will coordinate with Stampin' Up stuff. So I really want to encourage you not to get too bogged down on feeling like you have to have it look just like you've done it before or just like somebody else has done it. You can always improvise. And now my class, if you purchase this class, you get the whole bolt of the pink ribbon. You will not get the gold ribbon because I designed it purposely with using that beautiful pink ribbon. So anyway, but the gold is pretty too, right? Tell me it's pretty. All right, and then I'm just going to top it off with a couple of these embellishments. And the class also, you get a whole package of these embellishments as well. So that's the cool thing. You get the ribbon and the embellishments. You have tons of those left over to use in other projects. So there is, thank you, Philomena. There is card number 2. So you can see it looks pretty with either of those pinks in there, right? I think it does. All right, I need to clean up my mess just a smudge and get rid of some of these dimensional backings so that I don't have them all over the place. All right, so that is our second card. Thank you very much, Janet. All right. My next card is another way of using up different scraps, and it's a card that a layout that I don't think I've ever showcased in a while, but it's really quick and simple. And this, I believe, is 1 inch. So here this is the paper that I used for the lid of that box. And so I pulled out the colors of the Mary Merlot and the Mossy Meadow. And then I brought in some of that blue just to kind of, again, give it that bright color, very bright color. Pulled in some of that polished pink. This one, I do have polished pink. This one I do have polished pink. And I will list the measurements of these paper sizes in the description of my video as well. So I don't have them all memorized, and I should have written those down because this is a fun, quick, simple layout. And I think it can be used with so many different designer series papers. So I will give you guys the measurements of them so that you can make this card as well. So I used the Mossy Meadow for my card base on this. And then I chose to use the Mary Merlot because I wanted to pull that Mary Merlot from that piece of paper. So we're just going to adhere these two down. It's beautiful, Marilyn. I agree. This paper is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Again, this is from the annual catalog. So like I said, I went back to the annual catalog on you tonight. I think I go back to the holiday catalog next week, but I don't want to give up summer just yet. So, I had to showcase this one because it's one that I had. And I'm like, if I don't get this class in and show you guys this product, next spring we start thinking about our different catalog and all of that. So, oh, my bracelet, Shireen, thank you for bringing that up. So I have to tell you guys what my team did. I had the second Tuesday of the month is my team meeting. And most of you know it was my birthday, the end of July. And it was a big birthday for me. It was my 50th birthday. And my team surprised me at team meeting this Tuesday with balloons and cake. And one of my team members, Pat, made a gorgeous card. All of the people who contributed to the gift signed the card. And I didn't cry, you guys. I'm a crier. I was pretty proud of myself. But this was the gift that my team gave me. They all went in and got me this beautiful bracelet. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I'm in the process of making thank you cards to send to every single one of my team members that went in on that because that is just so gorgeous and so nice. And the bracelet that I had been wearing was a very, very, very old bracelet. And one of my team members reached out to my daughter, Natalie, for ideas of what to get me. And she gave them the idea of a bracelet. So anyway, very nice surprise. And I was so appreciative. I always say I have the best team. So if any of you are interested in joining it, you just let me know. I'd love to have you. All right. Again, using circles. You are a true friend. Again, using this down here. Now, if you don't want all of the sentiments from the stamp set on the cards, you can use something different. You don't have to use those sentiments because these would make really good cards for all occasion. They really, really would. And then I have a bow in here. I know, Judy. I was so touched. I was so touched that they did that for me. Such an awesome thing to do. So I'm using the gold ribbon again and going to make my little bow. And put that down there on the bottom. You trim it off with my scissors, and I'd like to trim it kind of flush with the size of the loops on the bow. And we're going to put that down here on the bottom with a glue dot. Fills up that space perfectly, doesn't it? And if it doesn't lay right, you might want to just kind of play with it or put another glue dot on there. There we go. And because I'm using the gold ribbon, now I would have probably changed some of these out and used the silver ones, but because I'm using the gold ribbon, I'm going to stick with the gold little flowers. I'm just going to put a couple of them on here like that. And there you have that cute card. Isn't that cool? I love, love, love it. All right, let me see what we have next. So the next card, and you guys are going to go, oh my gosh, when I tell you this, because this card, first off, I used that lattice. Okay, all of these images are from that piece of designer series paper. The only thing stamped on this card is the With Love, which is again one of the images from the True Beauty stamp set. So I didn't cut all of these out with my dies because I wanted to show you something. If you do not want to get the dies, I know some people don't invest in the dies. You always have the option of doing exactly what Kim is doing here. However, this would coordinate with those dies and you'd be able to cut these right out, okay? So I just didn't do it in advance because I was getting this ready like literally last night. And it was late when I was doing it, and I just was like, oh yeah, I can cut those out later. And then got busy making my kiddos food and didn't get to cutting them out. But these would all cut out with some of the dies from those, the set that comes with the stamp set. Okay, so, but again, I'm just kind of gonna make it a quick and easy fussy cut. But isn't it neat that you can do this with these pieces and you don't have to stamp if you don't want to? I don't mind fussy cutting either, Carol. So what I like to do when I'm fussy cutting, if I'm doing it in a big batch, is I do it while I watch TV. This might be something like if I was doing a bunch of them, I would take upstairs and sit with my family when they're watching a movie and sit there and cut. Because it's hard for me to do a lot of computer work. I'm in my rocking chair, recliner chair because it doesn't sit me up good enough to be able to do computer stuff. And so this is one of the things that I can do very easily from my chair, sitting nice and comfy. Okay, so you can see here I'm just cutting out those pieces, and then these flowers as well. Now these are the flowers that I used for the top of that box. So you can also use these. You can see I'm just kind of quickly going around them. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, how does she do that? Years of fussy cutting, because I did not have an embossing machine at first when I was a card maker, okay? Oh, and Patty hates fussy cutting. Yes, Patty does hate to fussy cut. So I don't mind it. It just, you know, you got to have a little bit of time to do it. Again, with me, it's a matter of kind of following. I don't move my scissors a lot. I move the paper. Okay. And it's come with practice. So don't, I know a lot of you are like, how do you do that? But sometimes for me, it's easier to cut them out of that than it is. So, oh, Judy, you're so cute. So here's the story with me. I am, I'm a lefty, right? I write left-handed, I stamp left-handed, I do a lot of things left-handed. There are certain things I do right-handed. And one of the things, I hate to say this, but this is being completely honest, when I was in high school, I was forced to cut with a right-handed pair of scissors. And I was forced to also learn how to use what they call a 10 key. At that time, it was like a calculator. I was also forced to use that with my right hand. Those are the two things that I am able to do very well with my right hand. I even tried as I got older when my mom didn't realize they were making me cut with my right hand. She just thought, because I also eat right-handed. So I write left-handed, eat right-handed. I'm one of those people. When I was in kindergarten, my mom said they did not know what I was going to be for the longest time because I would write with one hand or color with one hand. And when that hand got tired, I would just go to the next one. My mom said you couldn't even tell the difference. You couldn't tell the difference between left-handed and right-handed. And then when I kind of got into first, second grade is when I became more dominant with my left hand for writing. But yeah, so that's how I'm good at that, Judy. Some of that is just I was forced to do things a certain way when I was younger. So this is the lattice. I kind of got on a tangent there. Used basic white, so it's white on white here. And you can also use adhesive sheets for this if you wanted to. I'm just going to dot it on a little bit with some of this white liquid Tombow glue. I want to reiterate that this Tombow glue a little goes a long way, so you don't need to do a lot on it when you're squeezing this out. Just a little bit here and there, and you will have what you need for that. That's exactly it, Courtney. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, but yeah, it's kind of how it is. So I just kind of do things the way they feel comfortable for me. Even like when I was, playing golf, doing golf and stuff, I golf left-handed. When my brother used to golf quite a bit and take us out to do golf with him. And so he was like, Kim, just do what's comfortable, as he's trying to work with me and help me. Oh, it was kind of crazy. Okay, so you can see that I just kind of glued that down, made sure I had it down good in the 4 corners. I probably could have added a little bit more. Oh, I do have glue in there. I just need to kind of push it down. But a little of that goes a long way, okay? You don't need a whole lot of that to put your cards and put your stuff down. You can put that away. Okay, so now we're just going to layer, and that would be my daughter coming home from dance. They have tap dance this week, and kind of like a, oh, what's it called? They called it advanced tap class. And so my girls, both of them decided to take advantage of going. So they had that for 45 minutes tonight. All right, so I'm just going to kind of adhere this down, kind of following my sample here. And this one goes underneath here. And then the leaves. So again, this is just so, you're just going to layer it together however you want. And then this I did put on with some dimensionals. So I'm going to put one here, one there. And then I'm going to put this down here like this, coming up this way. And then that will go, oh, I should have glued that blue one down a little bit better. Let me add a little bit of adhesive under there. There we go. A couple more dimensionals on there. Look how cute and pretty. And that's all just designer series paper, nothing else. My little with love is going to go down here. That also goes on with a couple of dimensionals. For that, you might want to use mini dimensionals or cut your edge from the big dimensionals, which is what I'm doing on it. So I'm just going to add one here, one there. So it says with love, and that's just going to go down here. And because it's so nice and little, I had room to add one of these little flowers here. And then we're going to add a real little bow to the end there. Isn't that background dye gorgeous, Shelby? I know. And it would be so nice. Can you imagine if you did that in many different colors? For this, I just wanted the simplicity of white on white to really kind of bring focus for you on those flowers that are part of that designer series paper. Because I think it makes it really easy to create cards without even needing that stamp set, really. Okay, so I'm just going to make this bow nice and little. My hands are a little sticky from the glue, so bear with me here. All right, and we're just going to cut this at an angle here. And with the glue dot, I'm going to adhere this on here like that. Oops, my bow got a little bit from my sticky fingers, but you get the idea there. So, very cute, very nice, right? Okay. So I have one more card to showcase for you tonight using this awesome, awesome stuff. Thank you, everyone. And this one, again, I'm going back to using some of the stamps. So you can see you can also create, let me actually show you how close this looks. Let me bring my sample card back in on the one I just showcased. Can you see that this is designer series paper and this is stamped? But look at how the Stampin' Up has made it almost look identical. Like, so again, depending on how you want to do it, this is also, again, paper. This is a stamped image. Do you see how it's lighter here and it's lighter here? So awesome. So awesome. Okay, so this is the one we're going to be making. And this one I chose to pair it with So Saffron and pull in some of the So Saffron. And then I layered it with a balmy blue matte that's 5 1/4 by 4. So that is just going to go on here like that. And then designer series paper that is 5 by 3 3/4. Now you could also put it this way if you really wanted to. I love all of the patterns that are with this one. So that is what I focused on with this, this class. So we're just going to adhere a bunch of these together here like that. And then this will also get adhered down to the card. Thank you, Philomena. These were so fun to create. They really were. And then I just wanted a little strip of paper to kind of break that up. So I used that pink and just ran it right across the center. So this is a 1 inch by 5. And it goes right across the center here. So right down here on the bottom like this. And it should fit there perfectly. And then I have one of my circles from the Stylish Shapes. Oh my goodness, try to say that fast. And those are going to go on with some dimensionals. I'm just going to put 3 on here. I'm going to go over a little bit on you guys tonight because I see that it is 8 or 7:59, but this is my last card, so we're close. And then again, stamped and cut out. This is stamped using the Garden Green ink and the Polished Pink ink. Okay, so this I just adhered directly onto the circle. So this will go directly on the circle here like that. And then this one on with dimensionals. Thank you, Kay. Janie, I don't know why you don't have this paper. But I bet you it's going to go in your next order. And this will just go right here like that. And then I did the Here For You on a little scrap of, I did the green ink with a little scrap of So Saffron. And I just put that right down here in the bottom. It adds a little bit of color, fills in that space perfectly. And I think I did a dimensional, but I'm just going to use adhesive here for tonight. And I put that right down on there. And then topped it off with one of the little gems. Again, I'm going to use a gold one. And then I'm going to put a little knot with my ribbon. So again, we're going to use the gold ribbon tonight instead of the pink. But that pink is the Polished Pink Satin ribbon from the, it's in the annual catalog. Now this ribbon that I'm using right here is ribbon that is in our holiday catalog. This is part of the, I think it's the Lights Aglow suite, but I love this ribbon because it's kind of sheer and just really pretty and lightweight and a nice ribbon to work with as well. And I'm going to grab a glue dot to adhere this down. And I just put that right up here like that. And there you have it. Look how pretty that is. All right, so let me bring in all of our samples here that we made tonight. So we have this one right here, this one with the lattice. Thank you, Julie. We have this one right here with the little pieces. I will give you guys the measurements for that. We have this one. Let me make sure I bring them all in. Was my Zoom okay? I'd love your input and your feedback on that. Because like I said, I'm zoomed in a little bit more tonight. So hopefully I wasn't too out of the camera for you. And then the last project is my cute little box that I created that will hold all kinds of things that you might want it to hold. And again, no stamping, all just designer series paper. So if any of you are interested in putting in an order, you have till Sunday night. If you put in a minimum $30 order, my host code, I'll have it in the description of my video because I don't know why I struggle to remember to print that out. Carol, I'm sorry. Carol Grove is the one who said, you need to have your host code there. And I just forget about it. I get so excited with my projects, I forget about it. So anyway, anybody who puts in a minimum $30 order, you will get 3 of the projects showcased here tonight sent to you completed. Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you guys for the feedback on the Zoom. So I'm glad that it worked a little bit better. And I might do it just a little bit less next time. But you have until Sunday night to do that. This will also, like I said, be a class that I will be offering. It'll be opening up this week that you can purchase as well to do all of these beautiful cards. So, all right. Thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and that you come back next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for some more awesome stamping projects and inspiration. All right. Bye, everyone. And thank you.